guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona get 3 massive points by beating Celta Vigo by 3-1 at the Camp Nou, which of course I predicted in my match preview. I got the score line correct, but overall the performance tonight was dreadful, but in the end we picked up the important win, which in my opinion has secured second place. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now, and for the first time as the Barcelona coach, Xavi has changed formation, which I predicted in my match preview. I was the only person in the world who went with this lineup, and Xavi went with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Dani Alves, Araujo, Eric Garcia, Jordi Alba, a midfield two of Gavi and De Jong, Memphis ahead of them. On the right was Dembele, on the left was Ferran Torres, and up top was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with Riqui Puig, Ansu Fati, Lenglet, Mingueza, and Luke De Jong all coming on as substitutions. So overall, team performance rating for me on the night gets a total of 5 out of 10. It was absolutely dreadful. I think that first half was the worst first half we played under Xavi. I probably would have gave that a 3, and the only reason I would give it to 3 is because we scored miraculously somehow 2 goals in that first half. 2 chances, 2 attacks, 2 shot on targets, 2 goals, and that's why I think Xavi went with that 4-2-3-1 formation, is to be clinical in front of goal. Of course, the first goal, beautiful move by Dembele, nutmegging Javi Galan, runs down the line in the box of Depay, one-time shot goes in. Second goal, ball over the top from Jordi Alba to Memphis, cross comes in, mistake by the Celta defender, and Aubameyang pounces and makes it 2-0. Second half, Xavi made that sub, of course, bringing on Riqui Puig, very important. We did play much better in the second half, but still not great. Got the third goal very quickly, again coming in from Aubameyang, exactly the same as the first goal, but instead of Dembele to Depay, it was Dembele to Aubameyang, makes it 3-0. We conceded 1 goal, unfortunately, after a mistake from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, but in the end, we picked up all 3 points, which of course was the most important thing, but the performance tonight was not that great. It looked like the squad was like, you know what, we got Champions League football, let's just kick back, relax, and just go out there and have fun. That's the mentality I saw. It was that dreadful. But overall, of course, most important thing was the 3 points. But my team rating on the night for me is without a doubt a 5 out of 10. Let's now get into each player's individual player rating performance. Of course, we're going to start with the goalkeeper, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And for me, Ter Stegen gets a 5 out of 10. Now, I was going to give him a 6. I thought he played well overall tonight, but he did make a mistake for the goal that we conceded, in my opinion. Of course, you can say it was Araujo's mistake because it's Ter Stegen's mistake. For me, it's kind of both, but I think more on Ter Stegen for that poor pass, which of course led Thiago Aspas scoring. He made a great save in the first half, a great save in the second half as well, but in the end made that big mistake that conceded the goal. So overall for me, Ter Stegen, I will give him a 5 out of 10. Now into the center backs. Firstly, of course, on the right hand side, it was Araujo. Now, out of respect for him and what happened to him during the match, I will not be giving him a rating. I felt like in the first half he played very well. Of course, he gave the ball away for that big chance that Thiago Aspas missed, but he made that great recovery. And the second half was a bit sloppy as well for that goal as well that we conceded. Now, the news on Araujo right now is that he is fine, he is conscious, everything's okay, and he will be going home tonight or tomorrow. He could stay at the hospital tonight, but of course, he will be completely fine. He's completely okay, everything's okay, all went straight, nothing to worry about. Will he play the next match? I have no idea, it's not the priority right now, but Araujo is fine. The club released an official statement saying that he did concuss, he had a concussion. After that, it's been all good now. Reports coming out from Gerard Romero, Juan Martin saying that, look, he is completely fine now. He's walking around, he's awake, everything's all good. The question now is, will he stay at the hospital tonight for extra checks or go home? Most likely he will stay at the hospital for that precaution. In the end, he will be okay, and I will not be giving him a player rating tonight. But a center back partner on the left-hand side, it was Eric Garcia, and I will give Eric Garcia tonight a 6 out of 10. Now, in the first half, he was my man in the match. I felt like in that first half, he was superb. The amount of last-second tackles he had in the box, preventing shots on target from Celta Vigo for me was fantastic. I would have probably given him, 7, maybe 8 for that first half. But the second half, a bit dodgy from Eric Garcia, I cannot lie. Got that yellow card, of course, but of course, what means he's suspended for the next match against Getafe. Very sloppy in the second half, in my opinion. Had a few misplaced passes, few counterattacks, few, Eric Garcia mistakes. I don't really know how to say it, but like when the ball's coming over the top, he tries to, kick it away and misplace it, something like those kind of things. So overall for Eric Garcia, didn't play too badly overall, and I will give him a 6 out of 10. Into the fullbacks now, we'll start with Jordi Alba, El Capitano on the night, and I will give Jordi Alba a 6 out of 10. Again, like the rest of the team, in the first half he was dreadful. Second half was a bit better. Again, I don't know why, but over the past few weeks, I feel like Jordi Alba is doing better defensively than he is attacking wise. Didn't really get forward that much today, in my opinion. Playing the midfield a lot in that first half as well. That's probably a tactical change from Xavi. Overall, for Jordi Alba, I didn't think he did too much, grade, too much poor. Overall, I will give him an average 6 out of 10. Now, right back is, of course, Dani Alves, and I will give Dani Alves today a 5 out of 10. In that first half, he was dreadful. I mean, oh my god, that's probably the worst Dani Alves performance I've seen in that first half in a Barcelona shirt in general. I felt like he was so poor. Passing was sloppy, could not defend, was getting outpaced a lot. I don't know if you can blame him for that. He was just terrible. Second half, came into it, was much better. I felt like, after Araujo went down, he was the better player on the pitch, kind of, the captain, being vocal, got down the right-hand side a lot in that second half as well, put some great crossing for Luke de Jong, for Ansu Fati, but that first half was so dreadful. So overall, Dani Alves for me, I will give him a 5 out of 10. Into the midfield now, I'll start with Gavi, who played on the left-hand side of the double pivot, and I will give Gavi tonight a 6 out of 10. Overall, I think he played well in that first half. I feel like he was one of the better players, despite him, playing poor like the rest of the squad. I think he was the best out of the bad bunch in that first half. Played really well, had some great feints on the right-hand side, was winning a lot of throw-ins, making those driving runs into the midfield to the attack as well. Second half, I feel like between the 45th minute and the head clash, he dropped off quite a bit. After the head clash, of course, you can expect him to just, take some time to come back into the game. Near the end of the match, I felt like he was very energetic, was running around a lot, trying to win that ball back. So overall, Gavi, typical performance from him, and I will give him a 6 out of 10. Now, his partner, of course, in that double pivot on the right-hand side was Frankie de Jong. I will also give Frankie de Jong a 6 out of 10, but I almost gave him a 7. I felt like Frankie today played very well. Of course, in that first half, he was kind of, the single pivot as well, dropping back a lot, progressing the ball from the midfield to the attack. But once, Ricky Puig came on in the second half, I felt like he did much better. Don't think he was that poor, didn't give the ball away too much, got a lot of interceptions as well. This could be just me favoring him, but I don't know, it could be biased. But I think Frankie played well overall today, didn't really, see too much badly from him, so I will give him overall a 6 out of 10. Into the forwards now, we're starting with Ousmane Dembele on the right-hand side, and I will give Ousmane Dembele today an 8 out of 10. And my man of the match, I think Dembele today, that was a Dembele that wants to win the Ballon d'Or, that wants to win 800k a week, that wants that, Ballon d'Or salary. That was the Dembele we saw today. He was world class. Defended very well today in that second half as well. Going forward was magical, getting, of course, 2 assists, almost 3 as well for the Ansu Fati chance. Unbelievable. Without him, I don't think we would have won this match. Could have been a draw maybe, but I think he was very important. Without a doubt for me, my man of the match, played fantastically well. 2 assists, and for me, gets an 8 out of 10. Now, in the middle of that 4-2-3-1 system, of course, in the cam position was Memphis Depay, and I will give Memphis Depay tonight a 7 out of 10. Of course, broke the deadlock, got the early goal as well, and he could have got the assist if they didn't take a deflection off the defender for the Aubameyang goal. I think Depay played very well in that first half in the cam position. First couple of minutes was very sloppy, but you felt like he had that energy, he had that pizzazz, that spark with him. He's trying to do, dummies, flicks, all that sort of stuff. Second half, when he moved to the left wing, he's a bit more conservative, so they, went down the left-hand side, attacked the defense as well. Could actually play with Jordi Alba very well for him during the second half, of course. So overall, Depay, I think he played very well, got a goal as well, and I will give him a 7 out of 10. Now on the left-hand side, I mean, what can I say? It was Ferran Torres, of course, and I will give Ferran a 3 out of 10. What sums up Ferran for me is that in the first half, there was a free kick that Xavi Rating took. It was on the right-hand side near the, for the throw-in. He switched the play, a terrible pass from Xavi Rating, and Ferran Torres won back possession. The ball was coming into him. He put his foot up and brought down the ball. Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Jordi Alba all went like this. That sums it up for me. How a player wins the ball open by himself and gets applauded by the whole entire defense is beyond me. Was absolutely shite today. Played 45 minutes, got chopped out at halftime, rightly so from Xavi. Of course, lacking confidence a lot for Ferran Torres. Reminds me a lot of Felipe Coutinho back in 2018 season, in 2019 under Valverde when we were going for the treble. Reminds me a lot about him. I don't know what to do with him, but again, he was shite today, so overall for me, he gets a 3 out of 10. And lastly, up top, Obama who, Obama what, Obama blah, clot yang, my freaking brother, gets a brace today and gets a 7 out of 10. Besides him scoring the goals, I thought he was dreadful, man. I think his hold-up play, his passing, was dreadful. But of course, he is a striker and his job is to score goals and be in the box for those chances. He did so today, got a brace, 7 out of 10, no worries whatsoever for me. Now for the substitutions, the subs were of course Riqui Puig, Ansu Fati, Clement Lenglet, Oscar Mingueza, and Luke de Jong. I'll give them all a 6 out of 10. Of course, Riqui Puig played 45 minutes. I will give him an actual rating. Started off very sloppy, gave a lot of passing away in that first 10 to 15 minutes. But after Araujo went off, I felt like he played very well. Got a goal that was offside. Would make a lot of runs forward. He had some good passing as well. So overall, I will give him a 6. Ansu Fati came in, was very electric down the left-hand side. Got a few chances as well. Lenglet was decent in defense, of course, from those corner kicks in the final minutes from Celta. Had some few counterattacks as well. Mingueza, I don't even know if he touched the ball or not. And Luke de Jong, of course, had that one header that could have went in, but in the end, it wasn't meant to be. So for me, all the subs tonight get a total of 6 out of 10. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Xavi Hernandez. I will give Xavi tonight a 7 out of 10. Starting lineup was a bit out there, a bit risky, but of course I predicted it. So maybe me and Xavi have, that connection from a distance, from, Canada to Spain. Again, he knew the team played poorly in that first half and made the right sub at halftime, bringing on Riqui Puig. Fantastic for me, and took off Ferran Torres as well. If he took off, Dembele, Alba, or Depay, I would have went crazy. He made the right sub for the right players, perfect for me, and of course the subs for the rest of the match were good. Ansu Fati, Lenglet, Mingueza, and Luke de Jong coming in. Of course, you can't blame him for the way the team played in that first half. He put out the right team, the right system, the right tactics, and they could not perform it. He made the right subs, had the right impact on the match for me in my opinion. So overall, and of course got the 3 points. So overall for me, gets a total of 7 out of 10. So that was my match review for Barcelona versus Celta Vigo in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly is your thoughts on the performance, and secondly your player ratings, and thirdly your manager rating as well. And of course let me know if you believe that Barcelona have secured second place in La Liga or not yet. And of course make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, big 3 points, and of course Forza Barca.